What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to use TD Ameritrade's Thinkorswim. So Thinkorswim is the platform, the actual trading platform for TD Ameritrade. It's got a lot of powerful features, really cool. So I'm going to show you guys how to use it. So the first thing you want to do is when you get here to this window here, what you want to do is before you sign in, you want to hit your settings. You want to go to memory usage, find the highest one on both, and then hit save. And I already have mine saved, so you're gonna see it's gonna restart a little bit, and then you're gonna get back to this window. So for live trading and paper money, so you can click here and you can start paper trading, or you can do real trading. Now if you are gonna paper trade to get practice, if you're new, if you make any gains, please do not post gains, do not show anybody your gains. We will find out if it's fake gains, so don't recommend doing it. People that know how to use Thinkorswim or on it know when it's paper gains, so don't do it. You're just gonna embarrass yourself. So I'm gonna hit live trading. I'm gonna come in here. I'm gonna log in. Okay, gonna log in real quick. Kind of takes a little bit for it to set up the desktop. Just give it a second. Okay, so here is the opening page when you first sign in. You're gonna see here, you're under the monitor tab, and here you'll see how much cash you have, your P&L for the year, and how much dollars you have available for trading. So I'm gonna jump into a on-demand feature that this software has. So pretty much on-demand is a part of the program that you can kind of go back into time and trade, like if it was that day and that time. It's good for like back testing your strategies, kind of figuring out what you did wrong, what you could have done better. So it's good. It's not the best. It doesn't load up very quickly, but it does the job. I'm gonna pause it there for a second because I have something set up here. So what you do to set up the actual trading platform that we use, you're gonna go here to trade, and then you want to click on active trader here, and you'll hear a lot of people talking about active traders. So I'm going to show you how to set it up. So right here we have a basic chart of the QQQs, which tracks the NASDAQ, I believe. So we definitely watch a lot of QQQs when we're going to enter tech stocks. So just to be aware of that. You might hear us talking about QQQ and SPY a lot. But anyways, so what you want to do is you want to come to this little window here, and then you want to create two windows. So you have two windows like this. You're going to get another window here. It's just telling you to enter a symbol. So the first thing you want to do is hit QQQ. And then you might get this active trader setup, or you might not, but it's right here under this tab. So you want to hit active trader, so this loads up, and you can take it off as well, but we want to use active trader. So this is pretty much the table of what people always talk about active trader. So just so you know what it is. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to adjust your settings, because right now it's set to buy at equity. So if equity is like buying shares or buying, the ETF, so we trade options, so we do not use this settings here. So what you want to do is you want to come to this little gear here, and you want to remove some of the items that are already set as a preset. So you want to remove buy market, and you want to remove sell market. Those two, never use. The only reason you should use it is if for like a last resort, but I would not use those. That you'll get horrible fills. I've been burned using the market. Don't ever use market. Always use limits. So I also want to remove reverse, flatten, I don't need that. Quantity with buttons, I don't like that. Don't need these items here. Trying to remove this, but it's not removing. Weird. Okay, you can remove it, and if not, if it works for you, then that's great. If not, I'm gonna show you what else that I use. So I want to do buy ask, and I want to move it to the top line. It's the first thing I want. And then I want to sell the bid, and you add the item, move it all the way to the top, and you want to do the buy ask first and then the sell bid. And then the next thing you want to do is the quantity. So how many contracts you're trying to buy. You want to make sure you have auto send at the first line. It's very important. And then that should be it. That's all I have set up. These, if you can remove them, great. If you can't, well, can't. Push OK. And now you're going to have this set up here. So this auto send feature, you have to make sure it's checked off. So if you try to enter a trade, you'll get a little window that says, are you sure? And that will waste your time because we're already in. So you want to make sure auto send is clicked. So it's just going to instantly, without giving you a warning, it's just going to go. It's the fastest way to get in a position. So make sure it's clicked off. Now for the quantity, if you're new, you should probably start with one contract. I mean, depending how risky you are, you can, but I would recommend doing one contract at a time. Now, it still is, if you see the settings here, it's still set up for equity. So to change this to options, what you want to do is you want to come here to this little tab, the little drop down. You want to click on options. You want to type in the option. So like, let's say for example, we're going to get into QQQ. We'll hit QQQ. And then you will see here that the contracts will load up for QQQ. Now there's the weeklies, the every other 2 weeks, the monthlies, the quarterlies. You have a variety of options to buy. You want to go, if you want to add more strikes, so like let's just say you want to get something a little bit more cheaper, which we always typically play at the money here in this little area. So this is what divides by, it's already in the money, at the money, and out of the money. So for example here, this is the weeklies. Like I mentioned, we always buy weeklies. It's just they pay out the best when executed. So if we were going to call out we were trying to enter a trade above this level here that I have already set up. So it's 260.96. So if we said something like, all right guys, I'm going to get into the QQQ calls, which this is the call side, which you're pretty much betting that it's going to go up, or this is your put side that you're betting that it's going to go down. So if we were saying something like, okay, I'm going to get into the QQQ above 260.96, and let's just say you wanted to round off to 261, we would be buying the 261 calls. So you click there, and now your active trader set up for options. So you would see a different price. You wouldn't see the normal price of $260. Now you would see like $3.33, which this equates to $333. Everything is times 100 in options since you're buying 100 shares in one contract. So what we do next is I'm going to play the video here. I kind of went back already and just kind of picked out a level and a breakout level so you guys can see for an example. So I'm going to click play right here, and you're going to start seeing the chart move here. So like I said, we'll be saying something we're going to load. If somebody says we're loading up the 261 contracts, pretty much you come here, you load it up, have it ready. And let's just say you want to get into 3 contracts, for example. We'll set up 3, and pretty much we're gonna wait. You're gonna wait until this level confirms when it breaks out of it, meaning that the candle goes above it. And you also want to listen to whoever's calling the play. Like you want to make sure that you're hearing them say, I'm in, or I'm getting in right here and I'm in. That's very important that you listen to that part. Like you should be looking at the chart just to see a basic chart to see the level, like, oh yeah, it's approaching, it's getting to that level already. But you should be really paying attention to when somebody says, I'm in here, because they already told you the level. You're just watching it now to make sure that you see that it's getting to that point. And then when somebody says, I'm in, you enter the position. Now we're going to wait for a couple seconds because I know it's going to break out in a little bit, I believe. So you want to have your finger here at the buy ask, because you're buying at the ask. Okay, see a little volume coming in. All right, it's breaking out the level, and then I would say I'm in, and then you hit the button as well, and you enter in. Now it's getting a little bit of a pullback here, which is okay because I know it's gonna go. And you just wait for us to say I'm out or getting out right here, guys. So here you can see that we entered the position at 332. Right now our contract's worth 340. So technically right now we're up $8 per contract, and we bought 3 of them. So we're gonna wait a little bit, and you see it's starting to move up. That means you're starting to make money. If it goes down, you're starting to lose money. So the contracts are getting a little pump here. We're just gonna wait for a second. Here's a new candle that just opened, and you see a little bit of rejection here, but you still do not get out of the play just because it's starting to go down. You should wait until we tell you to get out, because we're probably still in, and we're going to be updating you guys that if we're still in or where we're at, how much percentage we're at, so like that you feel comfortable. And now you see it's breaking out and it's going. Currently it shows that the contract's still worth 355. It probably hasn't updated yet, but it's going. Still hasn't updated the price of the contract, but it's okay. So I'm going to give you an example of like when to get out. So if you hear somebody says, okay guys, I'm gonna get out right here at 261.50, you're kind of watching it here for that when it hits that level, before you get out. So like I said, just keep listening, but for demonstration I'm gonna get out even before that level breaks, just so I can show you. So the next thing you want to do is you can actually trim. So if you hear us talking about trimming, oh, see, now it updated. You can go, trimming means you're selling a little bit. So like, let's just say you have 3 contracts and you want to sell 1. You'll hit sell bid and you sold 1 and you're still in 2. So now you want to go back to the quantity and you want to go, you want to make, because you have 2 contracts left. And then let's just say we say, okay guys, I'm fully out here. You hit sell, you sell the bid, and now you're out. So that you're out of the full position. And that's pretty much what you do. You just wait for us to tell you to get in and get out. Hit buy ask to get in, sell bid to get out. Now you can also get out at the mid price. So this is technically the mid price here of the bid and the ask. Now if you were entering a trade, for example, like I'll get into one just for an example. You'll get into one trade, you got filled at 373, but right now the contract's at 374 because it already moved $1. Now I want to see if it can move at least $2 so I can show a great example. So you can actually sell on this side and buy on this side just by clicking here. So you, like, if you wanted to buy at the mid price, now you might not get filled when you're trying to get in at that price. So you always want to buy ask, but you want to make sure that the spreads are pretty close to each other, and it will tell you that the spreads look good or they look horrible. So what you could do is you come here to the, if you wanted to sell like on the ask size, which is also recommended to do this route when you're trading something crazy like Amazon that has some crazy spreads. This does help a little bit. So let's just say you wanted to get out of the position from the mid. So let's just say the price is here at 373. If you click one below, you should be able to get out instantly. Now, the reason why it's not letting me right now, see, you can kind of see it's already set up here in the chart, is because it's kind of slow. So that's why it's not really recommended to do this, especially if only if the spreads are wide. But we highly recommend just hitting the sell the bid and you're out. That's how fast it works. So highly recommended to go that route. So pretty much this is how we trade, how we get in, how we get out. It's pretty easy once you have set up those settings as I shown. And yeah, pretty much that's what we do. And if you guys have any other questions, let me know. Thanks.